Okay, flaps are done. All right, I'll get you food. Oh, there's Larry hiss. Now, if you're worried about them being in such a small run, don't worry, it's not forever. They're just still fighting over who's top goose, and while they are, they're kind of being bastards to everyone else. So Susie, the grey one on the left, on the right of this chunk on the left, and Larry, that guy on the left to the two there. Most likely Susie's male, and they are fighting about who's dominant. And while they're in that mindset, and while the other ones are still acting like babies, the babies are coming and attacking ducks, and then Larry and Susie are fighting over who can attack the duck. So really Susie being the worst offender of the lot. But little fluffy one, I think this one does it a bit more than the others, but we'll start it, attack a duck, and then Susie will pin it down and just keep attacking it. And until they all work out their behavioural issues, which it's really just because they're getting territorial, because they're fighting over who's dominant, and because these ones are still kind of establishing where they are in the group. I think once they work out everyone's positions and they get a bit more secure about where they are, that behaviour will quieten down. But they'll likely stay in this because by the time they sort that out, it'll be breeding season, and they'll start misbehaving again. And so they'll stay in this pen until the end of that season. So really, you kind of end up putting the geese away from the general population for a good 6 months of the year during breeding season, and then they turn back into lovely little things, and they can hang out with everyone else. But at the moment, they're a danger to the other animals, so they stay in here. And that's morning with the geese. Any more runs? And you can generally tell when they're done with anything, because Susie currently is the dominant one. She will give this flap at the end. But she did this time, and someone else started up a run anyway. So there are, like, he's male, obviously, and he sometimes will try to set up one of those little Zoomies. He's obviously wanting to be dominant as well, so we may end up having the three vying for being dominant. It's hard to tell what their genders are. I'm assuming because she fights so much with Larry that it's actually a he, because she's doing that real tough territorial fight rather than hey, leave me alone sort of thing. And I got the feeling that maybe because these guys are crossbred, the short curly ones, they may all just be female. And even though they're related to this guy, maybe it was sex linked how they, got their curly feathers. That isn't really sex linked. It's just the length of their necks and how low they sit to the ground. And I'm pretty certain one of these curly haired ones, they have like a little grey line on their neck, which I'm pretty certain is one hanging out with Larry. It is. So I'm pretty certain Larry's paired up with this one here. So this one's female. They're always next to each other, hanging out. He's more protective of this one than the others. So I got the feeling these two are a pair. But from here, it's hard to work out what these are. They are really great guy geese. If some car comes up, we know. I do notice slight differences in neck length with that more curly haired one, that curly haired one. So I was looking at them. So it's really hard to tell, really. You kind of just get them genetically tested. There's a good chance that we may only have one female in there and the rest could be boys, or maybe 2 females and 4 boys. And then in that case, Chris will go, can we eat them? No, they're my babies. But we will buy a few more gooses to go in there. So goose is female, gander's male. And then goose is also what you call, like geese is what you call all of them, and goose is what you use if you don't know the gender. So yeah, we will buy a female one or 2 and add them to the flock. Because it's okay having a couple extra girls. You just don't want a couple extra boys. They do a great job mowing the lawn, so a couple more will be good, as long as they're, don't have an attitude. All right, time for me to let everyone else out.